we can give a second so some people can get on. We need some viewers. Say hi when you get on so we know who's on. We're giving it just a second.
We will be going live in just a few minutes.
Alright, let's try. I will try not to jiggle the phone as I laugh tonight. Hi, Tyler.
Hello, Tyler. I hope you're having a great night.
He says he's front and center to learn me something.
I don't know if you're going to learn anything tonight. Sorry. We're having fun tonight.
Tonight's going to be a fun one.
We hope. Especially after the discouraging oops yesterday.
All right, are you ready?
Yep.
We got 2 people. More will come. Okay. Here we go.
So, welcome to Flyer Sergio's workshop tonight on repair of a mistake. So first off, you have to have ice and a nice glass. You need to have the proper amount of Dr. Pepper also. To be able to do these repairs, you need to have caffeine. To have half of a laugh, make sure to have good caffeine. Don't drink too much beer. You won't be able to do straight cuts. That is very important in making sure how to do repair. So, last night we did a big mistake. Sorry, guys. So, we did a big mistake. What you do is you take 3 30-second balsa, you cut it to the angle you need, you take your sharp, nifty Dremel with vacuum, you set the balsa onto the skin, you have it measured out, you take very sharp razor, and you make sure to go around the edges. We will make sure to post pictures of what we did. Then we take the box off so that we can see the very sharp line. Then we take router 1/16 of an inch deep, and we router very carefully around here, and then make sure to make some swipes, because if you go too far in, your router will lean. You don't want lean. The big key is try. That's a Julia Childs saying that I really love. She said the only way to ever become a great cook was to keep trying. And that is the biggest key with this, is never give up. Keep trying experiments, keep trying resins, keep trying different spar designs. It will get better. These repairs that we're doing, you guys can use them on an old wing that has been run into a fence. I'm also going to go through a quick little repair on small dings as you're pulling it out of a trailer. It happens. So we're going to go through a quick little deal on that also, and it works on wood-built wings or foam. So back to how to do this. We router through the center section. Then we take a very sharp chisel, not making sure to break the foam. We cut the remaining balsa off. Now this should fit perfectly down inside. Then we wipe down with resin, epoxy resin.
I gotta plug in, sorry guys. You're gonna have to come over here.
So we make sure, hold on, I got a way to help her.
This
This
uses
up so much battery power, it's crazy.
We ordered a 10-foot long charging cord. It's just not
So
here
there you
yet. Okay.
So then what we do is we take a sharp chisel and we shave out the remaining. And we're going to post the pictures of this.
Hang on, sorry. Okay, so you have Randy, Terry, Tyler,
Hey guys.
Courtney. My mom wants to know if she can borrow your pearls.
Yes, you're welcome to the pearls after we're done.
Danica made it.
Yes, Danica is awesome. So then what we do is we router out everything to where it was down to the clean foam. Then we wipe on epoxy and epoxy on the bottom of the wood. Then we use...
There are pictures to illustrate all of this on the page. We just posted them.
Then we use wood glue for the edging. The reason I don't like the epoxy is because it does not sand as good as wood glue. You don't want to use white glue. You want premium wood glue. 2 or 3 tight bond. I'm getting out of character, guys. I can't do this anymore.
You've done good.
So,
okay, hearts and likes for his valiant efforts.
I tried. So then, what we do is we have this down in there. We let it sit for 24 hours to where everything is nice and dry. Now, then just use a nice size bar.
Yes, it does.
What?
Terry says it sounds a bit like Rascally Rabbit.
Oh, man, guys. If you're going to mess up, I guess you have to make a joke of it in life. So, now, I'm also making sure that I'm not sanding out here because this is setting up just a little bit. I'm making sure when I'm pushing that I'm not dishing this. You've got to be real careful with that you don't dish it.
And that you don't knock that pepper off the table.
Oh, yeah. We're good. So now, get really close. There you go. Really close. Now when I finish sanding my entire wing, I can disappear the whole thing. So, this is where I'm going to take my straight bar. And I'm really going to just knock this right down to where it is perfectly smooth. By the time we're said and done, you're never going to see that patch. So, a crazy one we did today. I got tired of this battery and this old light dying. It is a pretty high-powered light, and it just kept dying. So, I had an old 14.8 LiPo 3-cell. 3-cell? 4-cell? I got tired of it, so now we have a really nice bright light. Even with the lights on, you guys can see right up through everything. You can see right where that repair is. You're going to notice how this is over top of a pocket. Well, that's the reason you want to use the wood glue. You want it nice and strong. You can push on that and it's not going to break. I didn't put any splices underneath it. You can do that if you need to. If if it's in a really scary area, just take a 1/2 inch wide piece of balsa and attach it in there where the pocket is. So now we're not going to have problems with the light.
Tyler says he'll be making jokes out of you. All right.
Yes.
Randy says he wants to see you fly with this and get up on. And Tyler says not at Huckfest. Tyler, I was going to send it to him. Corn Huck is the place for that. For sure.
Hey, if Nicole comes, I'll wear her the getup.
Okay,
For at least 1 to 2 flights. Just because I'll be so happy that my wife is there with me having fun. So
we'll do our best. It depends on babysitting.
Oh yeah. So that is how you fix that. Now I want to go through a quick little segment here. So we're going to kind of do segments on how to fix
Cool.
foam wing or any wing. Delicious. So I'm pulling my foam wing out of a trailer. This is Eleanor. There's one of them got struck with a quadcopter and got taken off. So when I do this, don't freak out. Nicole saw me do it and freaked. I just made a nice big dent in the leading edge of my wing. What am I going to do? Now I also use this when I'm even building my wings. I try not to use any fillers. I always keep around some old sheets. Thank you, Grandma. Thank you, Dee. They always make sure to give me sheets. So, now what I do is I crank up a temperature of like 350 degrees. Now this is a China covering. It is going to bubble and go weird when I throw this kind of heat at it. But after this chills out, you can remove this. Now what I do is I use a hypodermic needle. Don't stick it in yourself. With just a little bit of water. This works great on your leading edges of your rudder as you're pulling it out of your trailer. So we have this nice big dent here. We're just going to go down into the balsa. We're going to push a little bit of water down in there. Then you're going to come in. And what I'm doing is I'm lifting the needle up and out because you want to get some glue. I mean, you want to get a little bit of water in between the covering and the balsa.
Justin, you'll have to go back and watch a couple videos ago to where the joke started.
It was, yeah.
And then watch the beginning, and it will all make sense.
Well, actually, Justin, I just really like this apron. It's so sexy, and I love pearls. So I just like to wear them when I build. It makes me feel more sexy so that I can build sexy airplanes. That's the whole joke, right, honey? So now normally what I'll do is I'll just let that sit for just a few minutes, but because we're on a cooking show deadline here, just put a little bit more in that other second dent right there.
Oh, geez.
What?
I thought maybe Bruce Jenner was your hero.
No. Guys, to each his own in life. Okay.
No, this is Julia Child right here.
Yes. So, what we do, we have a cranked up heat. Now, you're going to hear that steam. And it'll come right up and out. Now remember, on foam wings, guys, don't sit there too long, because even when you're covering over top of balsa, if you apply too much heat, you can actually melt your foam underneath. So be careful, but really apply a little bit of pressure and just let that steam out. See, now I have 2 little tiny dots is all from the needle. If it's ultra coat, I've actually found that the dots disappear, but on this China coat and on monocoat, the dots don't disappear. You can actually watch the bubbles, the steam, come bubbling out of that where the water was sitting. And I've taken out some pretty large dents in my time where I've slammed it. The rudder on the trailer, pulling it out. This China covering was just bizarre. Stuff came from Hobby King. Hey, it was cheap. But what would happen with this dark blue is it would actually balloon up and bubble, and then it would warm up, and then it would lay back down. The gray was beautiful, but and it stuck really well. I was actually really impressed with it, except for the dark colors. They'd bubble up and they'd disappear. The bottom's still beautiful. But remember that little trick? Hypodermic needle, a little bit of water, inject it, let it sit for just a second, run a hot iron on it, and it steams it and it pulls your dents right back out. And again, same goes for you're in the workshop and you knock it against something, inject it with a little bit of water, a little bit of heat. Now, before it's not covered, the steam's not pushing down. So you have to inject it with water, let it sit for just a few minutes, and then hit some heat to it, and you'll watch the dents come right out.
Sock.
Yes. I use socks on everything except for when I'm steaming something. The problem with the sock when you're steaming it is it's not applying enough heat. If you crank the iron to like 425 and use a thin sock, not the double socks, the Sig Coverite socks, the thin ones, they will work. But the other big key is a really good iron that's nice and cleaned off. I always make sure that I have rubbing alcohol. I always keep my irons really clean so that it doesn't leave marks. But I'll use a sock when I'm doing my covering for sure. But when I'm pulling the steam trick, no sock seems to work the best. So,
couple thank yous.
Thank you very much.
That's
yep.
Great tricks.
Thank you guys very much for coming on tonight. Thanks for humoring us with this little joke of Julia Childs, and we're really enjoying this. Hopefully you guys are learning a lot from this. We really want to share the information. Thanks again to my wife for putting up with this and having fun with this and enjoying you guys also and commentary. So want to say thanks again. You guys have a wonderful night. And happy flying and happy building.
There we go.